Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Welcome to the Craic Shack.
What is up, everyone? How is everyone doing? How are you doing today, Daz? Any news?
I'm good. Start the day off with some pancakes. Always good.
Well, yeah, I had 3 slices of toast.
3
slices, yeah. Because I had the heel. I love the heel.
Oh,
And
you
then
gotta love the heel.
Yeah, you gotta have a bit of heel. And then I had 2 other slices. And then, you know, the reason why you have to have 3 is because I have a daughter. And she comes in and starts mooching. Right? I want some toast. So you have to give her a square. And then she wants another one. So yeah, that's the reason why I had 3 slices of toast. But turns out she didn't have any today, so I had all 3 slices of toast to myself. Lovely.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Then I had a sticky bar.
For breakfast.
No, that was later on. A
Oh,
sticky
right.
bar. Yeah. Just you know when you have a feeling for something sweet, but I'm trying to be good, so I was like sticky bar, a tiny little sticky bar, you know, like one of those little ones.
Yeah.
Like it's only maybe 50 calories or something like that. So
I had pancakes twice because there was some batter left over and I was like, I don't want to throw it out, so I had some pancakes for lunch then as well.
yeah.
Pancakes and maple syrup.
Who doesn't like pancakes? Like you've only
Yeah,
a strange human being not to like pancakes, I think.
I know. I mean, what would you put on pancakes?
I'm a if I'm really bad, it's obviously Nutella, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a chocolate fiend, right? But I'm a maple syrup kind of guy, but I never have maple syrup, so
Yeah.
it's honey usually or sugar maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'd always have honey on because I always have honey there for coffee. But
Yeah.
we got maple syrup because Sarah was baking something.
Yeah.
So we had this really nice organic maple syrup now.
That like really dark, rich one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Real good.
Yeah. Give me a bit of that.
Proper imported Canadian maple syrup.
Yeah.
Canadians know what they're doing there.
They do. They really do. Where is Discord? I'm trying to open Discord. By the way, in case you haven't noticed, I'm a bit sick today, so I'll be a bit off my game, boys. It's just the way I am.
You've been sick with one thing or another for about, I don't know how many months now.
3 months, I'd say, probably. The toe is the main concern, right? The toe has always been the main concern. But yeah, I have had toothache issues. I have to go to a specialist about my tooth. So I don't want to lose the tooth. So I have to go to the specialist with my tooth. But look, it's all under control. I've antibiotics and stuff, and the antibiotics cleared up the gum infection I had. So that was, I correctly diagnosed myself. I was like, this is not cavity problem. This is an infection problem. And he said, you'll just keep getting infections if you don't get the tooth sorted. So, right? So I got that done. And then I woke up the other morning, I could barely move. My neck.
Was that from your drilling?
It was from drilling, yeah. I pulled a muscle in my neck. I still a little bit tight now, like, you know, it's just here. It's this one right here. You know, there's muscle here that goes right up to your neck. Yeah, that one.
Where did you get that drill bit from? Because the whole head of that is like blunt now.
It's melted. It melted flat because I used it so too often.
Is that is that a Lidl drill bit?
It's from a hardware shop in Dublin that sells me really good shit. Like, it's good hard. And then I have titanium drill bits to replace them, but I don't have the key. Somebody told me, PEF 100 told me that you can, one of the Discord lads, he told me you can open it with a flathead screwdriver, apparently, he said.
Really?
That's news to me. Yeah, you stick like one corner of the flathead into a big flathead. You stick one corner into the hole, you stick the other corner on one of the teeth,
Yeah.
and then you just turn the screwdriver, and it turns them.
Well, I have a key.
Yeah.
So I just have to bring it over. You can actually, but I bought one in Woodies for $2.50.
Yeah, I need to buy like 500 of them. Just scatter them around the house.
Remember in the old days, they used to be attached to the drill.
Yeah, well, this is it. They have a little hole for string, so I should just attach it to the drill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've lost my drill. So yeah, that. So then I fucked up, and then I woke up on. We were going to Dublin on Monday, and I woke up Monday with a cold because my daughter. This is the thing, right? I want to talk to you about this. You probably haven't experienced it because you don't have a wife who's a teacher and a young daughter who's in school. But being in lockdown has fucking wrecked my immune system. I've had a cold for the last 4 months now or something like that.
Just because you haven't been gone anywhere.
Because you don't go anywhere, right? You don't see anybody. You don't catch these things. You don't build up your immunity. So you're locked indoors for 4 months, for 2 years basically, and then all of a sudden everyone's allowed to do all the stuff, right?
Yeah.
So then you just get every cold going. Like all the colds have changed while you've been in lockdown, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you're going to get them all, right? So I've basically had a constant cold since the school year started. Like,
I mean, I do hear that from a lot of people now. Obviously, I've got a few years to go before Ren's in school, but I think everyone says that. Like, your kids go to school and like they had a cough or a cold, and then it mutates, and they get it then another few weeks later. And
Well, it's like when I met Libby first, I had a cold for 2 years. And you might think that's me blowing smoke up here. I'm not messing. Every 3 weeks or something, I'd have a cold for 2 years.
Jesus.
And eventually I just got immune to it. Because she's around little snotty kids. Libby doesn't get colds. Even now, even after lockdown, Libby got this cold. She's like, I have a bit of a tickly throat, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like literally just water dripping out of my nose. It's not snot anymore. It's just water now. It's tears have gone inside of my nostril and is dripping out of my... Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I cough. Like, I feel like every time I cough, I feel like golf balls are trying to explode out of my sinuses.
Jesus.
And I took it just because I knew you were coming. I took the antigen test just to make sure that I didn't have anything serious, so I didn't get it.
What's involved in the home antigen test?
You shove a thing up your nose, right?
Yeah.
And I did it. Libby was like, I'll do it. I was like, no, he won't do it because Libby's not brave enough to shove it all the way in, right?
Yeah.
You have to really whack it in, right? So I whacked it in. I start like ball like it's where Ireland had just lost to the All Blacks, right? I was like, and then you've got this fluid that you put into like a little test tube thing,
Yeah.
right? A little test tube thing that you can that has a squirter on the top. You dip your snotty rag into it, your snotty Q-tip into the thing. You take that out, you shake it up, and then you drip it into like a little, basically looks like a home pregnancy test.
Yeah.
And it tells you whether you've got Rona or not. And I did 2 of them, so I don't have Rona anyway. But yeah, I didn't think I'd have Rona anyway because I don't have a fever or any of the usual stuff. But you know what I heard as well? Apparently, if you're vaccinated, your symptoms can be very similar to a cold.
Yeah. But I think that's the whole thing with the vaccination. It's not that you won't get it, it's just that you have very mild symptoms.
Yeah, except for all the ones that end up in ICU again. That's kind of fucked up, right?
Yeah.
As I said, it's not a silver bullet, but it's better to have something, right, rather than nothing.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are working on one they hope will be like, the equivalent of getting your polio vaccine or something. Yeah.
Yeah. What I don't think you'll ever do that with a coronavirus. With a COVID virus, you'll never, like any kind of coronavirus, you're never gonna isolate it so to the point where you can just vaccinate everyone and they'll be good forever, right? You might get something like a flu vaccine.
I think they're working on tablets. I think it'll be like a tablet every 6 months or something.
Yeah, but what I think they should do, this is what I want, is a treatment. So you get really sick, they know what to give you to make you better, right? Like that would be better than... Yeah, obviously everybody should get vaccinated to limit your risk in the first place. But if you do get really sick, here's a tablet, right? Yeah. But there's so many fucking negative Nancy's about this fucking... I tell me Matt, stay off Facebook. I think Facebook has perpetuated so much lies in humanity at the moment.
It's ridiculous how much misinformation is out there.
Yeah.
Like, Kelly still hasn't gotten the vaccine because of something shared on Facebook. And there's so many people on the thread saying, yo, yeah, this is real. Well,
what I would say to people, when you read a headline, this is my opinion, but I think what you should always do is then find out where that information came from. Because the information is always like, there's always these wide sweeping claims, and then you look at it and it was a study, and the study only had like 3 participants, and it says 1/3 of people who got vaccinated got a rash on their arse, right?
Yeah.
But like, it was 3 people. It's not a fucking study, right?
That's like all those, if you ever see an ad on TV for like shampoo or something, and it's like 95% said this was effective, and you look at the thing underneath and it's like 73 people were questioned. You're like, 73 people is nothing to be getting percentages like.
Yeah, so as I said, I told my ma's like, if that vaccination hasn't made us sicker or whatever she was saying to me the other day, I was like, Ma'am, I'm going to stop you there. She's like, what? I was like, no, I'm just going to stop you there. I'm not listening to you. Like, seriously, like, she's just talking waffle. I said, are you a medical doctor, ma? No.
I think she thinks she's sick since she got it, doesn't she?
Yeah. I'm just trying to find out how many people died from the actual vaccine, from COVID. I'd say 1 or 2 people might have died.
There's a heart-related thing, isn't there? Like, it's a very small number, but...
Yeah, it's clotting, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Verified information, vaccine, statistic. Yeah, we provide. Look, there's nothing. And I don't believe anything the WHO says. I'm not a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist. I just think that that China shoved loads of brown paper bags up the WHO's arse. You can't trust the thing they say. But yeah, like, but that, like that, you know, that's like, there is some. This is the problem. Is there's some truth to all of the bollocks that people are coming out with, right? Because as I said, the WHO said no, there was no outbreak in a you know, in a
The lab,
center in
yeah.
Wuhan, and like the fucking was like, do you know what I mean? So yeah, do I believe it was an engineered disease? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I'm not a medical doctor, as I said, but the WHO is very friendly with China, and China wouldn't like it to look like they caused this whole fucking thing, right?
Well, I mean, there's evidence there showing that, what's that, the like lead medical guy in the US, Fauci or
Fauci,
yeah,
whatever his fucking name is, yeah.
like they had actually paid that lab to work on coronavirus related things, like for research purposes. So like, and that's like documented evidence. They have like basically the invoices that the lab had sent them.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, it was in the lab, and someone was paying them to work on it.
Well, you know, what I find really funny is like, everybody's like, oh, it was a conspiracy. It was released on purpose to give you and I'm like, why? Like, why?
Yeah, no, I don't know about the released on purpose thing, but like,
you tell me the reason why. Like, so China wanted to run their own economy. Yeah, kill all their trading partners off. Yeah, that's what they wanted to do. Yeah, it makes no sense to me. What I think happened was they were flutering around with viruses, trying to figure out ways to cure them, and, you know, genetically modifying them maybe to make them less whatever. And all of a sudden they fucked up and somebody got something and then brought it outside or whatever.
I think more likely than not, it was released from that lab
by accident.
Yeah. Whatever reason they were working on it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the whole idea of genetically engineering viruses is stupid. It's like it's a mutually assured destruction thing, right?
Yeah,
like you're never going to be able to invent a virus that just won't kill Chinese people.
So like we eradicated smallpox, but there's labs that have smallpox.
Yeah.
Like why?
Yeah.
Like burn the fucking thing.
Yeah, exactly. Burn it in a fire.
Keep
Shoot
the
it into
vaccines
space.
there handy.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
But just fucking shoot that off.
I think that's the reason why they kept smallpox, is so they can make sure they can keep vaccines for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say shoot it off into space. I'd be on that one. Because none of us have immunity to smallpox anymore. So if that got out, it'd kill us all.
Yeah.
That's one you should be all scared of. That's 33% of people who get smallpox or something die of it. So that's it's pretty bad, right?
And it's something like all these countries that have the vaccine, they've got like 2 doses of it.
Yeah.
Like the world will be dead before you could mass produce that.
Yeah, I don't want to be. I don't want smallpox. Thanks very much. That's the thing about COVID, is that it's not that deadly. So people tend to like to spout an awful lot of waffle because it's very deadly in terms of if 7 billion people got it, there'll be millions and millions and millions of people dead. But it's not so deadly that you're like, if I get it, there's a reasonable chance I could die, right? So you get young people spouting bollocks, right? Or people who are not really at risk spouting bollocks. And like, just everybody has a grandmother, right? Everybody has a me who has a heart condition and doesn't do well when he gets respiratory diseases. AKA I have a cold right now and it's like I have a fucking flu, right? The sinuses are fucked up. So yeah, everyone has one of those. So just think of us when
that's the thing, like, you have to be careful, and people just fucking losing the run themselves because they're allowed to go to the pubs.
I think what we should do is hold Kelly down and give it a vaccine.
She said she's getting it, but not until after the baby comes.
Well, yeah, look, that's all right. That's a reasonable look.
So, I know, like, there's no research because they can't do research on pregnant women.
Well, this is it, right? Like, if Libby said to me, Paul, I'm not getting the vaccine until the baby's born, I'd be like, fine, yeah, no problem. Like, I wouldn't even think twice about it because they can't check, they can't tell you. They can't, like, they can guess, but they can't tell you for definite because they can't do a thing. So have you watched anything cool on the weekend? Because, you know, we usually go into.
What did I watch? I watched something. Hold on. No, Doom was last week.
Dune was last week. Did we talk about Dune though?
Dune 2 is confirmed.
Dune 2 is confirmed. Okay, that's great.
Yep.
I think you talked about Dune on the live stream, Des. I don't think you talked about Dune on this.
Did we not?
No, I talked about Dune last week. I tell you, we talked about.
I think we did talk about it.
No, we didn't, because last week I talked about Dune and told you should watch Dune. Yeah, true story.
Don't know.
So, in 10 years, a true story, guys. You haven't told anybody that you like doing. What's this new Vin Diesel movie? Bloodshot or whatever the fuck it is.
Bloodshot. I have a feeling I watched that today.
It's on Netflix.
I did, yeah.
I watched the movie last night.
That was a good action movie. I think it's based on a comic or something.
Yeah, I watched the movie last night, and I'm trying to find the name of it because I can't remember what the name of it was. But it was about vampires. And it's pretty fucking good.
Is it new?
Yeah, new
vampire movies.
2 girls. Driver gets a call.
Not lesbian vampire hunters, no.
No, that was a fucking great movie though. Anybody says it different needs their head examined.
Who actually wrote that? That's not Vampire Killers.
Oh, it was called Night Teeth.
Night Teeth.
Yeah, terrible name for a movie.
Night Teeth.
Terrible name for a movie. But I will say.
Alright, so let's read the synopsis. Oh, not synopsis, no, I suppose the blurb. A college student moonlighting as a chauffeur picks up 2 mysterious women for a night of partying.
Yeah.
However, when he uncovers their bloodthirsty intentions and their dangerous, shadowy underworld, he must fight to stay alive.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's there's a truce between vampires and humans. Basically, the usual shit. Don't kill somebody. Yeah, you can still don't come into our part of the city or whatever. And then one new lead vampire wants to take over the whole town. So he goes about dismantling like the organizations that keep the peace, basically.
And that's on Netflix, is it?
Yeah, and the 2 girls are basically what their job is that night is to go around doing his bidding, basically like dismantling the organization that's keeping this truce together.
Yeah.
And the driver of the car was supposed to be your man's brother. Your man's brother is the leader of the humans who keep the vampires out, right?
Yeah. And
just by chance, he ends up giving the car to his brother that night to cover for him for the night. That's how. Yeah, so it's.
So Megan Fox is in it.
Is Megan Fox in it? Oh, she is. Yeah, she's in it for like a second.
All right.
Yeah, she is.
The guy from Vikings is in it. He plays. What's this? The Ragnar's son's name.
Yes, he's in it for like about 5 minutes.
Already.
Very good though in it.
So Debbie Ryan, Lucy Fry are the 2 main.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who they are.
No, I don't know.
The main bad guy is the guy who, is Meek. Is it Meek or whatever in Game of Thrones? That's his name.
Yeah.
The guy who gets all of his fingers cut off.
Alfie Allen.
Yeah, he's the main bad guy in it. He plays a good part actually. He's really good. Yeah.
I'll watch this now.
It is. It's good. It's a good hour and a half action movie. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Blade. You know the way Blade was terrible. Like you objectively a terrible movie, but like still was good on the eyes. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, I didn't hate it. I'd say movie critics would hate it. Then you know what I did the other night? I watched all the Underworlds again.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I watched, I think 2 of them last year. I watched whatever the latest one is. Before I wanted to watch it, I was like, I'll watch the previous one just to refresh and watch that then as well. They're so good. I love those movies. Are they all on the streaming site now, or
they're on Netflix?
Are they?
Yeah, but I think one of them is, and then there's another one on somewhere else, and there's another one somewhere else. So I got all 3. I got most of them. I didn't watch Rise of the Lycans because I hate it, but I don't hate it. I just don't. It's a different story, right?
It's a prequel, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't like Rise of the Lycans.
Basically, just want to see Kate Beckinsale kick ass.
Well, like who doesn't, right? Still a babe.
Don't think I actually really watched much this week because we have the housewarming this weekend.
Yeah.
And I've just been fucking worked to the bone, trying to get everything ready and. Just so much crap everywhere, trying to tidy up, and then I'm trying to get... You're not going to
have just try and find a room, shove everything into that room, and...
Oh, everything's in the attic. The attic is just fucking... Well, we're not using it for anything anyway, so it's storage. But I still had, putting tongue and groove up on the sitting room ceiling, so that was on the ground and stuff, so I was like, I need to do something with this, or people be fucking falling all over it all night.
Yeah.
And just getting like lights up. We didn't have lights in the sitting room. We were just using like floor lamps. Like we weren't actually, there was no ceiling lights in. So it's like I gotta get some of that in. I don't want people tripping up or not being able to see what they're doing. And then I got my porch in and a few other bits and did some plasterboarding and I don't know.
Busy old man.
Oh man,
Busy man.
And like Sarah's off work, so she's able to just keep running all day.
Yeah.
So I've been able to get more done. Like,
oh, she's off work all this week. Yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah.
Yeah. So handy out.
Yeah.
What's the battle plan for the party?
Oh man, I don't know now. I'm fucking stressed already. There's still more to do now, as always. But I think it's I'm making up a huge batch of a cocktail.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure which one yet. It'll be rum based because I bought rum for it.
Who doesn't want rum? Yeah.
So some kind of rum cocktail. We have like one of those big 5-liter dispensers. You know, someone bought it for us, like a crystal one or something. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. It doesn't get like knocked over. But I'm gonna fill that to the brim with some kind of cocktail.
I'm gonna spike the punch.
It'll be well spiked. What else have we got? Sarah's making some kind of, I don't know, puffs, curry puffs or something I think they're called.
All right.
And then we've got a lot of baked goods.
Yeah.
Anne is making something. I don't know what it is.
All right. Excited about that one.
And there's going to be a lot of boozing and stuff, you know.
You're not having a barbecue. I thought you were going to do a barbecue thing.
We were going to, but like it's not starting till 7 now. It'll be fucking pitch black and cold and raining probably.
Yeah, probably all of the above. Yeah, everybody. Yeah.
Like the thing was, we were gonna we have to move the polytunnel off the site, so we're putting that between us now and the other site. So we were going to have something in there. Yeah. But I just think it's getting too wet now. The ground is fucking saturated. Yeah. You know, if you're walking into it, like. Yeah. No, you'd want to have the tunnel up for about 2 weeks before.
Well, you need to fill it with gravel, basically, as well. Maybe that might work. Yeah, you know.
So I think I'll just be in the house now, and we have it split over 2 nights, so there's not too many people. So it should be grand now for seating and whatever. And I think everyone said they're gonna dress up. So
even I'm gonna dress up as something very low maintenance. Excuse me. Snot just came out my nose. Holy moly. Oh yeah, that's not great.
Colds are not fun.
What?
Colds are not fun.
No, they're not fun. They're not fun at all.
This is the dreaded man flu.
The dreaded man flu, yeah. It's 100% man flu. Like I said to my wife, I said, I understand, I get it, I know that I'm being ridiculous. Sorry. I said, I know I'm being ridiculous. I said, I know that you would shake this off. I get that, but I'm a man and I can't. And unfortunately, I'm dying. And she was like, stop being such a fucking wimp. I'm like, I'm not a wimp. I'm dying. I'm literally dying. Call. You need to. I'm sure I should do a last will and testament. Did I tell you about my tax bill?
You mentioned you were waiting for a call.
So I'm waiting to hear this, right? So I have to pay this year's tax as well.
That's what I said to you.
And last year's.
Yeah.
Yeah. €10,000 does.
How is he not writing off more stuff?
€10,000. Wrote out for everything. My entire earnings are at 50%.
50?
50.
Because of the way your tax credits are?
Because of the way my tax credits are. And it would be more expensive if I took my own tax credits. My liability would be 15,000. Well, our liability. But it would be my liability because... in next year my liability would be lower, but Libby's liability would be so much higher. Yeah. So we just as a couple come off way worse.
Jesus.
Yeah. So yeah, €10,000 is my tax bill.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. 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 I don't earn a lot, boys. I don't. You can pretty much do the math on how much I earned in 2 years if you know my I'm 50% and 50% and I. Pay €10,000. Fucking crazy, right? It's 9,600 and something or something like that.
This country is.
And then I owe him 750 for doing the tax return.
Jesus Christ!
And I can't write that off because it wasn't in the fiscal year 2020 that I got it done. So I can write it off for this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, kind of nuts, isn't it?
I mean, that's a great end to the year.
Isn't it just? Yeah.
Fuck me. And even we were just saying, like, we're talking to a guy about the site, and they just put up capital gains in this budget.
Did they?
Yeah. So that's 35%.
Oh, bastards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it'll be 35% gone.
Well, you know what? I don't have a problem with capital gains going up, that's because capital gains is a rich person's tax, and I understand it hurts you in the immediate, but I like it is a
There
rich.
should be exceptions as well. Like, Sarah paid a huge amount of inheritance tax. Surely you should be able to, like, take some of that off or something. You know, you were taxed for receiving the field, but now you're taxed for selling it.
Yeah, double whammy.
Like,
I think it should be capital gains tax on the increase, right? Rather than, do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, so Sarah paid inheritance tax on the field, let's say, right?
Yeah.
But now the field has gone up by 20%, right? That 20% should be taxed at capital gains tax. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But at the end of the day, look, it's tax. You have to pay it. It's not like if you get sick, you get fixed, and you don't have to worry about it, right? Your kid's gonna go to school for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, these are the things that you have to just accept, that you get these benefits when you live in Ireland. Like, do you know what I mean? I was looking at a few things the other day, and they were like, you know, nations that have the best this, and we're almost always in the top 10.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Even healthcare, we're in the top. Our healthcare system, you know how shit our healthcare system is, and it's like in the top 15 or 20 in the world. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out of 90 something countries, that's pretty. You're shooting pretty fucking well,
yeah.
right?
No, it is.
Yeah.
Sure, like, I mean, if you're in the US or something, like, it'll cost you $100,000 to have a baby, I think.
This is it.
And hospital bills, like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Libby got put in a private room. It was the private room was 2,600 a night.
Yeah.
So you think about it, you stay, like, if you have a C-section, you stay there for 7 nights or five nights or something like that.
Yeah.
Whoo-wee.
Yeah, I think they rushed Sarah out because of COVID, so it was only 3 nights. But
Yeah.
Libby
only stayed 3 nights as well. She discharged herself. She said she was fine. So
yeah.
she was in fairness. But some people are winch bags, like the one that was in the bed beside her when she was having a bit. Did I tell you about her?
Sarah said, like, the people in her ward just crying all the time.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, I know, like, you're on with COVID, you're on your own. No one can come in to see you.
Yeah.
So that's one thing, I suppose. But
Did you not get to go in and see your baby at all?
no,
No.
they let me into the delivery room for literally. I walked in, sat down, and I'd say within a minute, Rem was out.
Yeah.
And then they took me back out of the room straight away. Stood in the hallway. The nurse came out with Ren in the whatever that wheeling cot thing is, and just before she brought her into the ward, she said, "You can hold her now for a couple of minutes if you want." And that was it. Didn't see my child for 4 days.
Fucking crazy, right?
That was like the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Now I know I it's all lax now, so I can go in.
yeah, yeah.
But
Like, they let me in. Yeah, we had like our scan now for the second baby.
Yeah.
And Sarah went in for, say, the first half, like, you know, blood test and all that, and then she was able to call me and come in for the scan. Then so,
yeah, same. I did that. Yeah,
yeah.
so
So
yeah.
it was, that's a big increase, I suppose, in time. But
Yeah.
I suppose by next April I should be able to go in for the whole thing. Anyway.
Hopefully we'll be back to normal. If we're not back to normal by next April, I give up. Like,
Just move it to an island somewhere.
I'm just moving to somewhere where they don't have COVID rules. I can't deal with them anymore, man. I honestly can't. Right, I've been a good little boy. I've done all you've asked of me. Now please give me back my freedom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just can't deal with it. Like, they opened nightclubs though. That was good.
Yeah. There was that big festival in town there, the Canal Quarter. Remember we went to
Yeah.
it 1 year,
Yeah.
or a couple of years probably.
Yeah.
That was on as well on the weekend.
What are the cases like?
They're high enough now, I think. But I think that's to be expected for everyone mingling again.
Yeah.
Like, it will
COVID
die down
cases
again.
in Ireland. They're not really fucking like. They're not like off the Richter scale.
No. I think it's probably what they expected.
Oh, yesterday they came down, lads.
Like, it will come down. It was
7-day
just
average is 2,000.
I think the initial burst of people going to the pubs and restaurants and
Yep.
like, it will calm down. Like, they've expected it, because if they didn't, they would have shut it down again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
But back in January, we had an average cases. Every average 7 day was 6,000. Right, and new cases was like fucking something like 6,000 or something. Like, you know what I mean? So that's back in January, right after they said you can all have a Christmas, which was the stupidest fucking thing they ever did, right?
That was insane. I mean, I appreciate being able to go to see my family and all, but like I literally went to their house and came back. Whereas people were having like, someone was getting caught with like 40 people in a Christmas party in their house.
Yeah. The UK's, there's a map, right? You see a map. The UK and the US are fucked. Fucked. You can click, like, it shows you like UK has 5,200 and something total cases. I think that's like over the lifetime. I don't know whether it's a lifetime or whatever. Russia's kind of fucked as well. Yeah.
Aren't they always for everything?
Yeah. Yeah, poor Russia, huh? Poor Putin. Poor Putin.
It was I was asking for questions in Discord in our Discord channel, and the only question is, what's the weather like there?
Really?
Yeah.
The weather in Ireland, the answer to the weather in Ireland, when anybody asks you, is fucking shy, right?
It's raining.
The correct answer is shy.
July rained for all of July, I think.
No, the correct
August,
answer does. Let's be honest. The correct answer, no matter what happens, is fucking shy or it's fucking roasting, right? Right? Because over 21 degrees, an Irish person considers that roasting.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're not built for the heat. So 21 degrees. Fuck, it's roasting.
It's not that cold now though. But
No.
I got a pop up the other day. You know, like Google sent you like a year ago today, and a picture, and it was us building the cabin.
Oh yeah, that was fucking cold.
That was like a week ago, I think.
Yeah.
So last year, a week ago, we were fucking freezing our ass off. Like we had scarves on, jumpers.
Yeah, oh yeah, double jacket on.
Yeah.
On the roof of this thing, getting
We
blown
were
off.
freezing cold.
Yeah.
So
This is a year old, man. That's fucking weird. The Crack Shack's a year old. Happy
Year.
birthday, Crack Shack.
we'll have to light a candle and celebrate.
Yeah, we'll open a bottle of whiskey to the Crack Shack. Oh man, I can't believe it's a year old. That's mad.
Yep.
Oh.
This was the week before Halloween last year.
Yeah,
We didn't do. I suppose we didn't do anything for Halloween last year.
No, we didn't because you weren't
Couldn't.
allowed to do anything. Yeah.
I'm sure if I didn't live down the road, we wouldn't be able to build this either.
No. No. So yeah, are you happy with the house now?
Oh yeah, Jesus, it looks great for the state it's in.
Any solar arrived?
No, he did contact us there about all the stuff being in now, and then he said to me, he's like, I just realized that, what did he say? Like, you're not a contractor or something. I was like, yeah. He's like, I'm sorry. He's like, I'm used to dealing with contractors, but just to let you know, the prices don't include VAT. I was like, what the fuck? You think you would have said that somewhere?
Yeah.
Anywhere. No. So
that's a 22%.
another €1,000.
Yeah.
So
yeah, everyone loves that, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, just another €1,000.
yeah, just drop that out there now. No worries.
Yeah, well, you know, I earned €20,000 in the last 2 years, and I have to pay fucking half of it to the tax man. So you know yourself.
Yeah.
Can't really complain, Daz, can you?
No. So I mean,
we all have our problems.
by the time the house is finished now, I'll be looking at building an extension.
Yeah, I had to go cap in hand to the wife, be like, "Hello, savings. Can I please have 5,000 out of you?" Yeah. So she was like, "I don't understand why it's." I was like, "It's just for this year. Next year, I'd have already paid for this year, and I'll only have to do my preliminaries for next year's.
Yeah.
And if this year's is lower than it was, I'll get some tax back. Relax, it's cool. Don't worry about it."
Yeah. You think they'd have some kind of thing like to encourage people to go out on their own, that they'd have like your first year's taxes off, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you're not paying a double year, or some kind of thing where you can pay it off monthly, or you know, not the sadly with a huge tax bill your first year in business.
Yeah, it's fucking horrific. If I hadn't saved, I'd be absolutely royally screwed. Like,
Yeah.
and that was the problem, is that I stupidly didn't save for the first 3 months or 4 months or something like that.
Yeah.
And and then I did start saving. So, but I thought it was going to be 20%. Like, that's what I thought, 23%. Like, you know, I assume I'm way under this year, so I'm going to get some tax back next year. I don't know, because of the whole end of the world. I was trying to explain this to Libby. Libby's like, this job is. Are you sure you shouldn't just give it up? Like, she's like, you spent so many hours working on it, and you don't get an awful lot of money back. And I was like, I am a builder, and 2007 happened. That's what I am. Do you understand? Like, that's the context of what happened to my YouTube channel. And she's like, no, because you can never rely on how much. No, Libby, you can usually rely on it going up every month. Like, that's what it was doing.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it should have. The trajectory of my channel was constantly going up for a year, right?
Yeah.
This is the way YouTube channels tend to work. Some people just relax on their laurels and just get happy with the paycheck, and it doesn't grow anymore. But it doesn't get any worse either. Like, the reality is, my entire industry is ravaged. Everyone who does tech videos is fucked. Everyone. Connor is giving up. You know, Graphically Challenged.
Is he?
Yeah, he's going off to do gaming videos and stuff now.
Jesus.
Because he's like, there's no money in it.
It's true. Yeah.
There isn't.
And the thing is, like, if you have a tech channel, you can't diversify. You can't just go.
No.
You couldn't start. You'd have to go start like we did now. We've started a new channel because if we did this on the other channel, it would do nothing.
Well, what would happen was we'd get 500 views on this, right? And then my next video related to tech would get 1,000 views rather than getting 5,000, 8,000 views.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, so it's like, you don't have a choice. This YouTube nonsense. It's the way, like, and you know, people want to blame YouTube, but it's not YouTube's fault. It's the viewer's fault, and it's not even the viewer's fault, because the viewer just clicks on what they like, right? Mm-hmm. So if I make content that you don't like, you're not going to click on it, and YouTube goes, well, your audience doesn't have any interest in that. I'm not going to share that video. You didn't really do good with that video.
Well, that's the thing. Like, people are fed up with looking at content for things they can't get.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, a year ago, if something new was coming out, they wanted to know everything about it. And they were excited to get it. Like, it was like being a kid at Christmas going, the new card is out, or the new CPU is out, and I'm going to get it, and this is what I can do.
This is the thing. Alder Lake's coming out. Alder Lake looks really good. This is the new Intel chip for anybody who doesn't care about tech as much as this. The new Intel CPU is coming out. It's the new best gaming CPU in the world. Nobody cares because they can't buy a graphics card to go along with it. So it kills CPU content as well, because what's the point in building a new PC if you can't buy a GPU?
I mean, what do you think would happen to Intel sales now?
Well, they'll still remain good, because they mainly Intel sales are, most of Intel's profits and AMD's profits are from server and laptop sales. So they remain strong. And you know, most of the desktop sales in the world are not our enthusiasts. We're the profit margin machines, right? We're the ones that can charge more to. The one where the main money comes from, that comes from like the main, not money, but like turnover comes from selling office PCs. Yeah. And you don't need a GPU in them. So, you know, that's why all of Intel's chips have some sort of graphics part in it, right? It's the same with AMD. Why have AMD started selling those parts as well, so they could sell them to SIs who make PCs for businesses. So yeah. Sad times, mate. Sad times. Bitcoin, I was hoping Bitcoin was going to have a little bit of a tumble. It took a little tumble down to €50,000, back up to 52,000. Like, it doesn't seem like it's going to fucking end. They're just the big boys are pumping the shit, pumping the stock, you know.
Yep.
Pumping the stock.
I think too many big boys own too much of the stock. They can control.
This is it. They're full control in the market. They can do whatever they want with it. Like they can keep this they can keep this choo-choo train going indefinitely. Yeah. Because what you need the moon boys and all of just the normies to just go, nah, that's too risky, and pull the fucking money out, right? And then leave. Like, you need, you basically need what happened to, remember GameStop? Yeah. What's happened to this? Like, you need everybody to band together. Problem is, there's too much money. There's people who control, like, there's somebody out there with who has control of €1 billion. They could move Bitcoin in a day. They could move it up, like, you know. So sad. Oh, do you know what I'm watching now, Daz?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about this. I'm watching a thing called Bad Sport on Netflix.
Bad Sport. That sounds familiar.
It's like things these people did. Like, people did these things in sport. Like, first episode is they were fixing point shaving in basketball games. Yeah. Second episode was this guy basically made it to the Indy 500, fueling his car business, is buying cars and fueling his entire thing by selling weed.
Jesus.
Yeah. So it's kind of fun. But that's what I was thinking about when I was thinking about. I was like, the amount of money this guy was making, fucking selling weed. He was bringing, like a barge, like a container ship, right?
Yeah.
So he had a container ship, right? He welded off the what are they called, the ballast tanks. So he put like a big fucking huge area down below it of ballast tank, and he just welded a big floor into it, and so people would look in and they just see salt water, right?
Yeah.
So these ballast tanks fill up with salt water to bring the boat lower in the water, but underneath there there was a fucking big load of weed.
Jesus. People get very creative when it comes to drugs.
And I thought it's a fucking 300-400 foot fucking boat, right?
Jesus.
He's bringing in 50 million in weed every fucking few months.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then like he'd have the containers all wrapped around, right? So the crane would come in into the center of all of these, so nobody could see from the ground.
Yeah.
And the container would go down. They'd fill it full of bags of weed and lift the container off and put it on a truck. Isn't that fucking mad?
Jesus. I remember seeing I think it was cocaine or something, but they'd mixed it in with something else and then made like soap out of it, or what looked like soap.
Yeah.
So we get to the lab and they would dissolve it and then just like split whatever the coke from the other material was.
Yeah.
They get so creative with drugs. It's crazy.
Well, they have to be, don't they?
Yeah.
I think. What's your opinion on drugs? I think everybody should be allowed to do whatever the fuck they want. That's my opinion on drugs.
Yep. Yeah. Whatever you want.
Don't tell anybody what to do. Yeah. Just let people get out of their balls. Right?
My only problem is like junkies on the street attacking people.
Yeah, but that would go away if drugs was really fucking cheap, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Like you'd have no junkies on the street attacking people if drugs were. The reason why people attack you on the street is because they're desperate for their drugs, right? Now if they can get their drugs, they don't attack you on the street. And it goes with like alcoholism. Like alcohol, people know if I drink too much, I'm gonna ruin my fucking life, right? Mm-hmm. We're allowed to sell alcohol. Same with like heroin. You should know if you take heroin just once, you're gonna ruin your fucking life, right? So it's just not worth the money and the time and the amount of people who get killed and the gangland and like drive-by shootings and shit like that happens in Dublin all the time.
Did you see a guy got axed in Tullamore the other day?
Yeah,
outside Tesco.
Yeah, fucking hell! Like this is
that's gonna be drug related.
I don't know what it's drug related or traveller related. You know, traveller feuds sometimes they can be bad. But like kind of, and I've no hate for the traveller people. Think some of them are lovely people. It's just these feuds. You make these go away by your man Hutch. Remember he's going to get locked up. Yeah. He got a lot of people to bring goods into the what was it? Which hotel was it?
Oh god, I can't remember now.
They brought a lot of goods to shot it up like.
I mean, he's been hiding out in the Canaries there for years. No one would get near him.
Yeah. So anyway, and then half his fucking family got wiped out by the Kinahans. Yeah. In retaliation for it. Yeah.
I mean, we're a small country, but there's a lot of shit going on here.
Fucking crazy. Well, in fairness, if you're going to go in and shoot up at a hotel trying to kill somebody and then your family die, not saying you deserve it, because that's not right. Nobody deserves to die. But I mean, Jesus Christ, it's a rough old life, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Tough old life. And he's going to get locked up now. I don't know whether he's probably going to get off knowing him.
Probably. Somebody's paid off already.
Yeah, he's probably going to get off. But look, this is life of but none of those problems would exist if drugs were just free, right? Well, not free, but like we're
easily
accessible, and we're regulated and taxed and put in shops, and you go in and buy it. Like the reason why cocaine is so fucking expensive is because you have to smuggle it and half the fucking shit doesn't get in, and you have to take a risk of going to jail for the rest of your life and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I just think people you should trust your populace to have their own self-control, right?
Yep.
I mean, smoking, terrible fucking habit. One of the most dangerous things you can do, but that's legal.
That's the thing, like the government taxes it. Yeah. And they tell you they're trying to get people to stop by putting the price up, but they're not. They know you won't stop, and they're going to make as much money as you can.
Yeah. Exactly. I'd try a bit of heroin. Fuck it. If it was legal.
I definitely wouldn't try heroin.
No, I wouldn't try heroin or cocaine. or any hallucinogenics, because like Lord knows, I am cornholio. My fucking shed. Way! Yeah, like yeah.
Paul's on the shed again.
Yeah, he's underpants on his head.
Oh.
That could definitely be something I do, right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'd probably smoke a bit of weed, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else would I do?
It's still ridiculous to me that weed isn't legal everywhere.
Weed is definitely the one that should be. If you're okay, if you're not okay with all the other drugs, that's fine. Just make weed legal. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Like, do you know
Like,
what I mean?
literally, you've never seen someone smoke weed and then go off and, I don't know, fucking kill someone or
Yeah.
or start robbing people on the street. Or
I'm sure there's been instances, right? But like, yeah, maybe like somebody who was already psychotic, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
You know, fuck. I don't understand that now.
I don't understand it. It's crazy. And it already has an inbuilt, like, you can't overdose mechanism. Like, you know, you try and drink too much alcohol, you get sick. You try and smoke too much weed, you get sick. You don't have a fun
If
time
it was
anymore.
legal now, I could be making a fortune growing at my polytunnel.
You could be. Could be. I'd be a number one customer.
So I was thinking it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween this weekend.
Yeah.
So we should talk about Halloween in some shape or form.
Halloween, some shape or form.
We
you can
love
thank
Halloween.
us, right? Don't like to take credit for a lot of things, but you can thank the Irish for Halloween.
Yep.
Everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, it's ours. You can't have it. It's ours.
Yep.
Pagan ritual. Pagans, the where the worlds between the living and the dead was at its weakest. Halloween, Old Hallows Eve.
Yep. It was a harvest festival as well. Like, it was a Celtic harvest festival.
Yeah. The clocks go back, don't they?
Clocks go back on Sunday. I don't know if it's Saturday night going into Sunday or Sunday night going
It's
into
got to
Monday.
be Saturday night going into Sunday. That's a dick move if the government does that.
It's the last Sunday of the month, so
No, but I mean, it's a dick move if you don't have the day off work the next day.
but that was weird having the bank holiday like
Yeah.
a week before Halloween.
Right?
Jesus.
Oh, sorry. Not happy.
And I was gonna say we used to always do Halloween big when we were kids.
Oh, we did, yeah.
I mean, it was a different thing though. There was no like sweets and candy and
No, it was fruit.
It was all fruit and nuts and
Yeah. Pineapple. The only time you got pineapple.
pineapple, yeah, pineapple and coconuts. It was the only time you ever seen them in Ireland.
Yeah. Yeah.
And pomegranates.
Pomegranates. Yeah. Is that a
You used to call it a wine apple.
wine apple?
Yeah.
That's it. Wine apple.
I think Thomas was the only one who liked this. So Mom used to buy a wine apple for him
Yeah.
and a
Oh,
pineapple.
we'd all go over to your house. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone would come to my house, and there could be like 15 of us there, eating pineapple and coconuts, and like you'd still go to door to door, and there was no trick or treat. I'd never heard of that. That's an American thing.
Yeah.
But
It helped the Halloween party.
yeah, help the Halloween party, and we'd get some monkey nuts, and we'd get some I don't know,
Bananas.
apples, bananas, and
Yeah.
oranges, and
Did I ever tell you about my Halloween where I ate 15 oranges?
what
Yeah. I ate 15 oranges.
was that like
I
a
had the
bet?
shits for 4 days afterwards.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I don't even think I could consume 15 oranges.
15 oranges one sitting. I sat down, I ate 15 oranges. Because you never got oranges. You never got, like, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it was always
You did.
apples.
Yeah, you'd get like 3 or 4 maybe for the week, right?
Yeah.
But, like, yeah. I got
Jesus.
15 oranges because they're my favourite fruit.
I mean, I like an all orange, but
Yeah.
fuck me, 15.
15.
Do you know what? I didn't know. Sarah said that when they were kids around here, there was no like help the Halloween party. They used to like perform. Sarah
What?
had like a tin whistle or something, and they used to have to like perform to get their monkey nuts and their fruit from people.
No.
Yeah, like you'd go into someone's hallway or their living room or whatever.
Sarah's making this shit up.
No, seriously, that's what she said to me. That's what they used to do. And I don't know what it was called now, but they had to like perform something.
It's not something to do with the rain or...
Yeah, probably.
That's not Halloween.
No, sorry, that's not the rent. I hear about the rent thing the other day. That's Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or New Year's or something. No, this is like she was telling me today. They used to like have do a little song or play something, or you had to perform.
What?
Yeah.
No, fuck that. I wouldn't bother then.
I
I
was
want
like,
my free shit.
I was like, you country people. I was like, us dubs just take it.
Yeah, I used to live in flats, and what I do is about around 4 o'clock, right, starting to get dark. You go around in your costume to all the flats, help the Halloween party, and I get a big bag of shit, right. Put that up in my house, and then I go over to your house.
Yep.
And we go around your court.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we were getting like I don't know, maybe 8 or 9, then we started getting like fireworks.
Yeah.
You know, we'd be getting what was the black cats?
Yeah. Strapped them to the Lynx can. Turned
Yeah.
into a projectile. That was
Now, if you
funny.
don't know what a black cat is, I think in America they call them
Cherry bombs.
Cherry bombs. Yeah. Same thing, different shape,
Yeah.
and it just explodes.
a
It's not
tube of
colorful.
it's a tube of cardboard filled with gunpowder
Yep.
and
They use like a chalk
fuse.
thing to kind of compact it in there, and a fuse. Yeah, basically it explodes. It's an explosive.
Yeah, it's the small explosive.
It's not
device.
colorful. There's no fun in it other than blowing shit up.
Yeah, and then you give that to two fucking evil geniuses who used
Yeah.
to tie it to locks and blow locks off doors and
Or like aerosol cans.
yeah, that turned into a missile. Do you remember that?
Oh fuck me. It didn't actually fully explode. It just kind of put a hole in it, so it shot around.
No, it blew the plastic bit off and it blew the tab off and the tab went on fire. So it was just this flaming fucking aerosol coming out of the fire and it just went.
I do like telling Sarah some of the stories, and she's like, "How are you still alive?"
Yeah.
Like, you know, like we used to make bow and arrows, and we
We're
get
gonna
like
be ninja. Remember? We're
Yeah.
ninjas. Yeah.
we had like throwing stars
Yeah.
that we made out of these like square blades,
Mhm.
and then we got the arrows. We got like Stanley knife blades, snapped them in half, put them on the tip of the arrows, made our own bows. I was like, I don't understand how we're alive either, but you know, we
Well,
are.
we didn't shoot the arrows at each other, I suppose.
No, we didn't shoot the arrows at each other. No.
Yeah.
But that was our Halloween, like just blowing shit up and shooting deadly weapons at trees and stuff. And,
burying bangers under the ground.
yeah.
Blow up big lumps of soil.
I mean, at one point, I think we were kind of getting bored with it. Then we were cutting them open and kind of putting the gunpowder together to try and make bigger explosions.
Yeah, who wouldn't? Like, logic suggests to make a bigger explosion.
Yeah.
Didn't work because we didn't understand the concept of it had to be compacted.
Yeah, the force has to come out there, and
Yeah. So we just made a big fire.
yeah. I mean, I still love fireworks.
Yep.
Fireworks are great.
Did I ever
Harder
tell you about Mick O'Donnelly?
No,
So my ma was going out with this bloke called Mick O'Donnelly, right?
I remember him. Yeah.
Yeah, weird that my ma was going out with Mick O'Donnelly. But anyway, so Mick O'Donnelly starts fucking fireworks on me. So normal person would take a firework, right? Put it in a bottle or something, right?
Yeah.
Light the fuse and it goes up into the air or stick the stick in the ground, and right? Now Mick's idea of throwing fireworks was light the fuse and fuck it down the down the flats and just go right. So he fucks one down the and remember they were building my new houses.
Yeah.
It was a big pallet of fucking wood, right?
Oh god.
And he may or may not can neither confirm or deny whether a firework hit that the timber and set it on fire, right? And then he fucks another one over, hits the bar, right, of the railing of the balcony, shoots down one end of the balcony, comes flying back and gets stuck. Do you remember there was like bars every break in my bike? There was bars stuck in the bars, and it's just going right. So we're all standing there looking at it, and this thing is like, you know, when I was big, fuck off, it's gonna go bodum, right?
Yeah.
And I look, and next of all, Barry Malloy's gone into the house, locked the door behind him, right? I've got me key in got me key, opened the door, let me ma and let me sisters in, let Mika in, and got in, closed the door, and it blew up right behind me. I was like, you find out whether you're a hero in these types of fucking situations and who's the fucking coward, right? 'Cause
That sounds like Barry, all right.
yeah, Barry's just gone. Fuck yous all.
What happened at Barry's wedding?
Barry got married.
Yeah.
There, that's the story with Barry's wedding.
He didn't like call you and go, "Why didn't you show up to my wedding?"
No, I texted him congratulations. He said thanks, man. That's the story of Barry's wedding. Yeah,
I mean,
in a nutshell.
I didn't understand that now.
Yeah, in a nutshell, right?
You know, your best man doesn't invite you to his own wedding.
Yeah, my best man doesn't invite me to his own wedding. Look, come here. I'm not going to hold it against him. He can go off and do whatever he wants to do. It's his life, you know. His conscience. I hope his conscience feels good. That's all I'll say. Funny thing is, he told me it was only family, and you know, I always thought Barry was family.
Yeah.
So I guess you find out, as Tim, who I used to work with, says, when a snake bites you in the arse, you know who your friends are. Right?
I mean, he would have been around as much as any of our cousins.
Yeah, he would have been. Yeah, he would have been. He just decided. I'd be surprised if Cathy didn't have some four friends there that were family.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I didn't see any pictures of the wedding of who. I didn't want to look at it, to be honest. Too painful, so didn't bother. Yeah, such is life, mate. Such is life.
Yeah.
As I said, you live and learn. You get bumped up the pecking order. That's all that happened there.
I think I should have always been at the
You
top.
were always at the top, but like it was more no hassle to just. I thought you. I knew you'd understand, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Barry would throw a fucking conniption, right? So.
You would have been at the entrance to the hotel boycotting it or something like.
Yeah,
you know,
he would have. Yeah, he would have
down with this sort of thing.
And then he was a fucking shit show on the day. He didn't do a speech. What? He lost it. What was it he said? And where's that from? Or so, where is that? Or something like that. Trying to pretend like he did. Yeah, everywhere is stupid compared to Dublin or whatever. And then somebody else, and he did the same joke again, and then he just lost it. Oh god, yeah. And then Ronan stood up and made a show of him.
Yeah, a child had to save him.
And what was funny is, like minutes beforehand, you were like, "I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Just let me do it." And he was like, "No, I know I have it. I'll do it." And you were writing down things on the napkin, like this is what you thank this person, thank that person. You know, tell a funny story about you and Polly when you were younger. Which he's fucking loads of and tells them all the time. So how he fucking forgot one then, I don't know. Like, because God help you at your wedding. As I always say, God help you at your wedding, because I not only can I give you shit, I can give the bride shit, because I know it longer than you do. So yeah, there'll be stories told at your wedding. I tell you, in front of Anne. Anne will get a few home truths.
We get a lot of funny stories on Sarah's benefits.
Yeah, Sarah won't be talking to me afterwards. Are you going to do the wedding next year now that you've got another sprog on the way? You're going to move it up a bit more?
Nah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things. If you keep putting it off, it'll be always something
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah,
I think we're just gonna.
Ren will be 8, and you'll be like, maybe we should get married.
Maybe we should think about this marriage thing after all.
Yeah.
No, I think we're just gonna have it like around the house now. Get some marquees and just. I think it'd be more relaxed. Barbecue, booze.
Yeah.
Maybe get a few kegs or something.
Yeah. Kegs, taps.
Bit of music.
Yeah.
I think it'll be more relaxed for us because we have the baby in April, so you don't want to be stressing over it.
What you should do, I was thinking about doing this myself, is get a big piece of iron, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then make like a big piece of iron, and then make like a block work thing for it to sit on, and then have a charcoal bed underneath.
A friend of mine actually did that at his garden. It looked brilliant.
And you have like a proper grill for burgers and stuff.
Yeah, and he used to have like where you can put the charcoal was like removable, and he used to have little pegs so you could kind of move it down to control the heat. It's really good now.
Yeah, and you'd have as I said, you get a piece of like cast iron, so you can like treat it with oil, keep it fresh.
Yeah,
that'd be a good idea, I think.
Yeah. Definitely gonna work on the outdoor area now. Once we sell the site, I'll start putting some more money into the outside of the house.
So what's the story? You had people down looking at the site?
Yeah, we had a guy who's from, well, he had to be from the area anyway, but a guy Sarah knows, like his family. I think Anne was friends with his mom, whatever. He was buying a site and kind of had the money earmarked for it, and then the guy sold the site off then.
Oh, prick.
And he said he'd sell him another site. And then, I don't know, there was something like, there was going to be 2 huge houses then built on either side of him. And he was like, fuck that. He basically wants a house about the size of ours.
Yeah.
Just something small. He's a builder, like, so he built it himself. And he's like, no, I'm not fucking building it between 2 mansions. He's like, he looked at, next to us. And he's like, I can deal with one big fucking stupid house. He's like, but I didn't want 2 on either side of me fucking
Who needs
overlooking.
a house that big?
No one. And he said himself, he's like, I'm a builder, Darren. He's like, I've built big houses for people like that before. And they probably use a third of the rooms in the house.
Yeah.
How
do you heat it?
That's the thing. And like in Niall's house, like they have a supersur as well as their heating system in the sitting room, like.
Jesus Christ.
And like that's a modern house, only 8 years old. It's made from ICF, I think that's ICF. It's like insulation, and they pour concrete into the middle of it. So the whole house is pure insulated, but it's just so fucking big. Yeah, like, you can't heat it. Like the heat just goes out of everything.
Well, that and you could be tight and not put the heating on long enough as well.
Well, that too.
You got to build thermal mass.
Yeah.
I have my sitting room is 35 meters squared, which is a big fucking room, right?
Yeah.
But and then the other place, and I've 2 massive radiators. They were £1,200 each or something like that. And I have the stove, the pellet stove, and the pellet stove is 8 kilowatt, like into the room, and then 16 kilowatt to the rads. And like that struggles to heat my house sometimes when it's really cold. So how some people, like, I just don't understand. Like, what are you gonna do? Get 2 pellet stoves? What are you gonna do? Get 5 out to water? You know, geothermal. Like, and this is the thing. I think all these people who are sold geothermal, like, they're gonna be shitting themselves now. Power going with, like, energy prices going up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I think like you want enough solar to at least power your heating system so that you're not thinking about that.
Well, here's the, like, they say they give you things like it's 3 times efficient, right? 3 times as efficient. That sounds great. That's a great number. 3 times, fucking hell. Like, I mean, a stove is only 90-something% efficient. Like, that's fucking great. You've got 300% efficiency. That means that if you need 1,000 watts to heat your house, like, if you want to put 3,000 3 kilowatts into your house to heat it, you need to put 1,000 watts on all the time.
Yeah.
Like, 1,000 watts a lot.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. Boggles my mind why people need. Like, my house is huge, I think, for me. It's
No, it is,
big bloody house. That's all you need. 4 bedrooms. Your house is 3 bedrooms, is it? Yeah. All you need.
He said the same. They've got like 2 kids. He's like, Darren, I don't even want to build a house any bigger than yours. Like, that's he has a plan for the house already, so he'll kind of move pretty fast.
Put a lot of windows on the side of it.
That's what he said. He's like, how did that fucker get 7 windows facing you?
Yeah, put loads of windows on the left hand side of your house.
You'd have to do. That's where the sun comes from.
Yeah.
So, like, he said to me, he's like, I'm obviously going to have my living room window facing him, like, you know, or one of the windows facing him.
Could you imagine if he builds a house like mine with all the glass?
I imagine like it's going to be a nice house. If he's a builder, making a house for years now.
So is he going to buy the field?
Yeah, we have to call him today to organise. He didn't say, like, we told him what we wanted for it, and he's like, all right. He's like, well, sure, have a think about it tonight, give me a call, because he said to us he wouldn't build for 5 to 10 years.
All right.
So the site would be sitting empty.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
That's 10 years less of a neighbour. So
but he needs to.
You have 5 years to start. Once you've started, that you're okay then.
Yeah. He needs to do planning permission though, doesn't he? That's.
No, he'll do planning straight away now. Like, you get his planning in, because they're changing the planning rules in 3 years.
Right.
The local needs thing will be gone. They're trying to stop people building one-off houses. They want everyone to be in cities and towns. So he knows he needs to get it done now.
They're trying to stop people from building one-off houses.
Yeah.
Are they out of their fucking mind?
Pretty much.
What the fuck does that? Why would you not want people to build their own house?
They don't want to be bringing services out into the rural. Like, you know, like the broadband issue is a shit show in Ireland.
Yeah.
So they want to stop future things like that. Like, I don't know what that could be, but whatever the new technology is going to be, they don't want to be bringing it out into the rural part of Ireland. They want everyone to be in a town within, like, say, a 5k limit of the town centre, and they don't want you living in a country lane anymore. So, the new plan comes in from the councils in the end of 2024, and it's pretty much going to make it impossible to build a one-off house unless you're a farmer and you can prove you're farming the land and you need to live there, or something like there's a social need. So, I don't know, if you have maybe an elderly mother who's
near an elderly mother,
yeah, like, you know, they're very strict now. After
they already asked us that with our planning. Like, was one of the reasons why we wanted to, because we wanted to live in the house with Judy. Like, do you know what I mean? But yeah, fuck me, that's annoying. Really shit.
Like, you own land, you should be able to do what you want within reason.
Yeah,
but you should be able to build a little house yourself and not have to jump through hoops to go, well, I'm from here and I have family here and I want to live here. Like, you know, why should I have to move 50 kilometers away just so I can live in a city, you know, if I'm from here? So anyway, he knows that, so he wants to get started. He wants to get his planning in and be ready to go.
Denver 1G1 is asking, do you have any favourite local personalities? Like, we've got this 80-90 year old guy that dances up and down the streets of our town all day long.
Well, one springs to mind, but she's dead now.
Oh, Mad Mary.
Mad Mary.
Mad Mary's great.
She used to be on O'Connell Street in town,
yeah,
doing the rosary, dancing around, She'd speak in tongues.
Yeah.
And then she used to actually go to my church in
City Key.
no in Sandymount, in my school's church,
Right.
because we'd have like our school masses, and she'd be down the back of the church, and the priest would be in the middle of something, and you'd hear someone shouting up from the back of the church, "You killed him!" We're like, "What the? Oh, look, it's Mad Mary." And she used to come out the wildest stuff. Like, I don't know. I think she lost her son or something a very, very long time ago.
Right, that's why she went mad, is it?
Yeah, and she blamed the priest on it, even though he wasn't around or anything like that. There was a priest involved somewhere, and she would just go fucking crazy at him.
Mad Mary, yeah. Remember Mad Mary? She was great. Any other local personalities? I can't really think of any, but there's no real.
Tullamore has no personality.
Tullamore has no personalities. Oh, there's me daughter is my local personality of choice. My daughter's an absolute lunatic. If you want to talk about a mad person, that's
currently dancing around in wellies outside the window.
Yeah, she's currently in wellies dancing outside the shed right now.
So she's back from school. Oh no, she's
no school this week because it's
it's a
Halloween.
Yeah,
so
midterm.
Yeah. So there you go. So I have plans to watch a bit this week. I want to watch a few things. There's nothing really good to talk about on the podcast today, other than that, as I said, Night Teeth or whatever the fuck it was called. You can watch that.
Yeah, I'll definitely get some watching it now. With the party over with, I'll relax for a week.
Yeah, I gotta watch some horror movies, man. Halloween week. Favorite horror movie?
Oh God, I'm not really into horror movies. I loved The Woman in Black.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
My only problem with horror movies is that there's maybe 3 storylines, and they'd all just keep trying to do the same thing. And you'll get one really good one now and again, but most of them are shit.
Yeah, like The Grudge.
Yeah.
And The Ring. And there was another one, Dark Water. They're all the same fucking movie.
Yeah. That's my only problem with them, really.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you will find a really, like a gem in the pile now and again.
Yeah. I love Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's a great movie.
Yeah, love Dracula. I mean, you can't not love it, can you?
No. Really good.
Is there any TV series you're going to start watching now, or?
I plan to try and watch Expanse. I
actually think it's really good, and I stopped on. I watched the first 2 seasons. Third one wasn't out yet, and I think it's on season 4 now. Is it?
Yeah, there's lots of it. Yeah.
So I need to get back into that now. Last year, I didn't get a lot done TV wise. Expanse would be a good one, I think, to get back into.
Did you watch Invincible? Like I told you.
No, I didn't. Literally didn't watch anything this week. I just been fucking wrecked.
If I can give you anything to do with your time right now, is watch Invincible. If you have any free time,
I'm just gonna add that to my list while I'm here.
Invincible. It is incredibly good. Like one of those things, like, when is the next season is coming out? Holy fuck! Hurry up, and make the next season.
Are you watching that Maid TV show?
Maid?
Yeah.
No.
I think it's on Netflix. I haven't watched it now, but everyone keeps talking about it.
Margot Robbie?
Is she in it?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
I'm not even entirely sure. I think she's actually a maid.
It's called Maid. Where's the cast? Maid. Movie. A Maid TV show. TV.
Andy McDowell is in it. I don't know what's my thing now, to be honest. Single mother Alex turns to house cleaning to make ends meet as she escapes an abusive relationship.
Oh, Margaret something or other. That's what I probably just read Margaret and was like, oh, that must be Margaret.
Don't think it's my thing now, but a lot of people are watching it.
Yeah, it's I'm not into that stuff. Like 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, 8.5 on IMDb. Sounds good, but it's not my thing, right?
Yeah.
Like she gets a job, look after her kids. It's kind of drama thing, I think.
Did you watch the Bad Batch?
No. No interest.
Really?
Daz, I need to use the toilet.
I think we'll just end it there, to be honest.
Yeah.
We're at it anyway.
Yeah.
All right, sure. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully we'll have watched some more stuff.
We'll have watched more stuff, yeah.
A good team to go there.
That's it, yeah.
All right. Talk to you next time.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.